I'm going to demonstrate the clamping adjustment that's applicable to the Coyote and Wolf model craft and knife vise. This is the Wolf model that's shown here. If you take your workpiece and liners and install them into the chamber, what I find that works best is to simply have some play and slack in the adjustment screw. That's the long hex that's on the stud within the clamp. There is an optional shorter nut in the event that you need to bring the clamping thickness up much higher, but typically this longer nut is easier to hold on to for use. So what I find is having slack in there, just go ahead and tighten down the toggle clamp. You can see this is loose. Hold the long hex nut and simply turn the ball knob until you've got some firm pressure down on your workpiece. Then what I do is I will loosen this and go ahead and give it another, maybe quarter to half turn. You'll get a feel for this depending on what it is that you're clamping, but a quarter to a half turn. You can see after that I've still got a little bit of looseness here. So I'll go ahead and give it maybe another half turn or so, and we'll try it there. Okay, so now you can see we're clamped pretty tight. You could maybe use just a little bit more. So let's go ahead and just give it maybe another quarter turn. You can hold the hex and turn the ball, or hold the ball and turn the hex, either way, of course. Okay, so that's pretty good and solid there. It could maybe go just a hair tighter. But that's the sequence that I find is easiest. Start with some slack and the toggle clamp engaged, and snug this up. Then loosen the toggle clamp and turn this. You could see I went maybe about 2 1/4 turns in total. It could probably use maybe another quarter turn to get this really nice and tight, but you'll get a feel for that. And I think with that process, you'll find that it's maybe a little less cumbersome. Now the plastic star knob that's below the ball knob here, that doesn't really do anything for the actual clamping pressure adjustment. That just helps keep the assembly kind of locked in place on the clamp loop here. It just keeps it positioned. It doesn't need a lot of pressure. It's only plastic. It does have a steel thread insert, but it's only plastic that's bearing down against the washer, so you can just snug that up. And then when you loosen the clamp, you'll see that it just it'll stay there for you. If you need to move it or reposition it, you can just move the black star knob and tighten it back down. I did not adjust the relationship between the ball and the long hex, so ideally when I clamp this back down, I'm still back in the same amount of clamp load there. So if I'm swapping out work pieces and I haven't adjusted this, and those work pieces are the same thickness, then I should be able to interchange those quickly without too much adjustment here. Now, if the liners start to collapse a little over time, getting crushed in that same clamping location, then of course you might have to fine tune that a little bit. But in general, that's the way to go ahead and adjust the clamp assembly. It seems to work pretty quick that way, and I think once you kind of go through the routine, you'll find that it's it's fairly quick and easy to do.